Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. It is time, ladies and gentlemen, to let the crime begin. Let loose. It's time to purge, guys. Go wild. Go crazy. Please don't forget to like, subscribe. Today we have a sponsor, a brand new one, Dr. Gundry, which I'm incredibly proud of. And we'll talk about him a little later. But let's get into it. The world is an unsafe place right now. Crime is up right now. People are not prosecuted for the crimes that they commit. Petty theft, violent crimes, bad stuff. Okay? The state of Illinois just announced that they are having cashless bail. No cash bail anymore. Okay? That is the state that you want to commit a crime in. Okay? Because, hey, what do criminals do when they're out? Let me think. Well, most of them go out and commit more crime. Okay? That's what they do. So this state has no cash bail. First state to ever agree to this. And they're celebrating this. The Pretrial Fairness Act is what it's being called. No, it should be called the Purge. The state to purge in is what Illinois is. Now, we have seen so many videos. I could bore you with all the crime in Chicago. Brandon Johnson's their new mayor that you guys voted for last year, who's an imbecile, okay? You know, you don't want to label these kids, and call them thugs and that they're, gang members and things like that. You don't want to say that. It's not fair because they need a shot. They need a shot at redemption. Well, how about prosecuting people that do bad things? What a novel idea. And here's the thing. Well, my bail is 300 grand for killing that guy, and I don't have it. Well, you better come up with 10% if you want to get out of jail. Okay. No, here's a ticket and your notice to appear. Do you know how insane this is? This is absolute lunacy. White collar crime that you commit, a guy gets arrested for stealing millions of dollars now will be given a parking ticket. Hey, swing by the courthouse in 6 months. It is lunacy, guys. It is absolutely insane, and it just shows you how far it's off. Now, when you look at companies like Citadel, this is a business channel, that has moved out of Chicago because of the crime, because they don't want to get sued and their employees to get hurt in any way, shape, or form. A friend of mine who, hey, listen, the parking structure, they're getting rid of the security guards there, and everybody's freaking out because now homeless people are sleeping there, where before they had the guy in the cart that would go by and just deter crime. And guess what? Car thefts are up. People breaking into stuff. People leaving their car door open accidentally and forgetting are being held, up and getting laptops stolen and iPads and phones and everything like that. But this is chaotic, okay? I mean, you idiots in Chicago voted Brandon Johnson for your mayor. And again, crime, crazy. Hey, listen, we can't, worry about this stuff. We can't have testing for these kids and, label them. Are you kidding me? You have to have a test. How about you want to join the football team? Well, how fast can you run, Dan? I'm not very fast. I'm not very big. And, but I want to be on the team, so you got to let me on the team because it's only fair. No, guys, it's not fair. Can't play football, guys. You understand? I'm not big enough. I can't wrestle in a heavyweight division. I can't box in a heavyweight division because I don't weigh enough and I'm not tall enough. Do you know what I mean? Well, no. Oh, no. We can't have this. Can't control it this way. This is lunacy. It's absolute lunacy. Now, my children, okay, are in their 20s. I'm looking at all their friends that are all going to college, various success levels, except for one thing. No one's getting arrested. No one's committing crime. No one's on drugs. No one's doing anything stupid. Again, you've got people that are getting their doctorate, people that want to be doctors. You got people that want to be everything from the one girl that we grew up with from first grade wants to be in the CIA, okay, and wants to be a federal agent, okay. So more power to her. One woman owns a tattoo parlor already. It's what they do. They're in business for themselves, but not wreaking havoc on the world, okay? Wow. So this is insanity. The Pretrial Fairness Act is going to let criminals out of jail because it's not fair. These people commit a crime, you know, armed robbery, but they need to go to work. So they need to go to work and not be held with bail and not, you know, effectively lose their kids or anything like that. Man, oh man, guys, this is nuts. This is nuts. This is nuts. Who would want to go to Chicago? I have a cousin that loves the Chicago Cubs. We got to go to a game, Dan. You got to go experience Chicago. In hell, guys. Never, never, ever. Okay? Same thing with New York City right now. Why would you want to experience that? Oh, I've never been there. Here, it's amazing. It used to be. It used to be. It's not anymore. Chicago is going to fall off a cliff that they voted for this. Mark my words. Mark my words on this. And you can sit there and you can tell me anything you want, how it's just unfair and that certain people get charged with crimes. It's ridiculous. Who you vote for has consequences. You people in Pennsylvania that voted for that imbecile, okay, over the heart surgeon. Okay? Good night. I'm going. Huh? Okay. You know what's funny is my daughter, right as I'm filming this video, I just got off the phone with her. She hops on a plane and is flying home this morning. And I said, you know, I'll pick you up later on, blah, blah, blah. Okay, don't you want competency for your airline pilots? Yeah, how about your oral surgeon, your heart surgeon, your cardiac nurse? How about some competency? But we can't have this in the rest of our world. It is insane right now, guys. It's absolutely insane. So let me know about this. Let me know if you guys, hey, Dan, you're way off base. People just, you know what, bail's too much for people. Tell me about this because it's lunacy, guys. It's absolute lunacy, and it is going to destroy that state even more. Let me know. Let me know. Let's talk about our sponsor, Dr. Gundry. You know, I'm really honored that Dr. Gundry wanted to be part of the channel. And somebody that I've followed actually for about a year now. And one thing that Dr. Gundry, you know, always presents is what to eat and what not to eat. And that, you know, we grew up with that ridiculous food pyramid that has been completely wrong, and what we should eat and what we shouldn't eat. But, you know, he went through an issue where he would diet, he'd be on low fat, he would do different things, low carb, and couldn't lose weight. And it was just a matter of what you put inside your body and the gut health and how to get that right. Now, if you go to gutcleanseprotocol.com/Dan, and the link is below, you can see how you can watch a video from Dr. Gundry on what to eat. You know, oh, oils are bad. No, they're not. Avocado is actually good for you. Olive oil is good for you. It helps whitening your teeth. It helps with digestion. I mean, there's so much to it. If people have sleep apnea, should be taking olive oil. And I really want you to take a look at Dr. Gundry's video because it will show you what to eat and how to eat right. Because let's face it, as we get older and as we have stomach issues and as we, you know, can't lose weight, maybe it's what you're putting inside your body. Take a look at Dr. Gundry's video. The link is below, gutcleanseprotocol.com/Dan. Use the link below to get to it. I love watching this thing because it's really helped me, and Dr. Gundry's been fantastic. So take a look at it today. Crime is going up, and every day I wake up, there's more and more stories about crime. Now, first thing is City of Brea, there was a Rite Aid grocery store, drugstore, and 3 people went in there, and they threatened the cashier, pepper sprayed him, and stole vitamins. 2 men and a woman, and they're looking for them right now. Well, look all you want, okay? You know, they stole vitamins, guys. They committed a serious crime for vitamins. What is this world coming to? What is this world coming to? I have so many people in Northern California, from about San Jose north, that send me videos and send me stories about how, oh, I went to the doctor's office and they stole my laptop, broke the window, and it's like, you can't go anywhere. but the crime is completely out of control. Out of control. Out of control. But let's have cashless bail. There are no consequences for any of this right now. And you can agree with me, disagree with me all you want, but this is just Looneyville right now. I'm at Cedar Hill Park. It's nice up here. Nice walkway. My kids used to come up here for parties and stuff, and I was just in the area. And this just is maddening, though, guys. It really is. It's just so insane that they're allowing this to happen. Now, next thing is, remember the cyber attack on the casino? Well, now it's much worse, okay? Much, much worse. And it's getting, it's escalating because now they got our data. And I've stayed at Caesars Properties before, so they have my data. And I've been the victim of identity theft before, so it is horrible. And it is maddening, and I've talked to people about this. I talked to my attorney about this today because we were talking about something else. And it's like, well, you just got to monitor things. Well, who's got time for this? So go monitor your own personal data and see where it came from. Now, Clorox, the Clorox company, okay? They got hit with a cyber attack in August, and it just came out today, this morning. And the reason for that was they were held hostage by someone that shut down, their systems and their manufacturing as a shakedown. And they had to pay for things, and it hurt production. So now they come out and they say, hey, where's the bleach? It's like our local paper. Where's the bleach? Where's Clorox? And the idea with this was that they were shut down. You're going to see this happen on such a grand scale moving forward because this is becoming more and more prevalent right now with these companies getting hit by these ransom attacks. But again, if I had a chance to steal from a casino or the Clorox company, Clorox is big, I'd go to the casino. So that's where that's at. This is going to become a bigger problem. Now, in today's mail, tell you guys a quick little story. In my 40s, I was married, and my doctor ordered a sleep study. And you go there and you spend the night at the sleep study place, and they put all these electrodes on you, and then some guy watches you sleep, and they, monitor your, they monitor, when you stop breathing, the sleep apnea and things like that. Well, they determined that I was, that I had sleep apnea. So they said, okay, well, you need to get the machine, and then they hook you up with that. So I got the machine through a company called Apria, okay? No big deal. So flash forward, 10 years later, and, I lose weight. I don't have it, but you know what? We should do a follow-up, Dan, on the sleep study. We should just do that, feel better, and there are a lot, and again, being in the medical space at the time, the things are not the size of, a car sitting on your nightstand. They're much smaller, and you can take them traveling and things like that. So I go do the sleep study, and they take it, and yeah, you got some minor sleep apnea, but we'll send the equipment over, and we'll talk, make a recommendation with your doctor, and then we can go from there. I hear nothing. Then all of a sudden I get a call from Apria from the collection department. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean collections? Well, what didn't I pay for? Well, yeah, you owe us $3,280. I'm like, what? I said, number one, I never got any equipment. Number two, I have insurance. Well, the insurance refused to pay it. I said, that's insane. So when were you guys going to call me and notify me of this? We did. We tried to call you, and you'd never called us back. And I'm like, well, this is crazy. So the calls start to escalate, and we're coming after you. We're going to sue you. Finally, I said, I go to my doctor. I said, what is this? I never got the equipment. What they did, now think about this. My wife, ex-wife at the time, had good insurance, and I was her spouse on her insurance. Not only did they bill it to her insurance that we haven't been together for almost a decade at this point, and they sent it to my house that I hadn't lived in for 10 years. So somebody woke them and got a free sleep apnea machine. And I said, well, okay, this is what you guys did. Well, you need to go over there. You need to go get it. No, you're out of your mind, lady. And her name was Mary, which is my mother's name. And I said, you know what, Mary, when I sue you guys, I'm going to sue you for this. So today, in today's mail, I get a letter from Apria Healthcare. Now think about it, I never got the equipment, guys. They finally took it off, and I never got the sleep apnea stuff. But I got a letter today that, I'll show it to you guys, that they were the victim of a hacking, and that our personal data was destroyed, you know, and divulged to the bad guys. So isn't that lovely? Yeah. Apria will get their brain suit out for this, because what they do is they say, hey, we don't think the data was compromised, but it's out there, okay? These are the same idiots that used the insurance from 10 years prior, and but they don't think it's compromised, okay? Come on, okay? So again, if you have a business, or you know if somebody has a business, you better talk to the IT guy and make sure that you're protected. Make sure that there are ways to protect you as much as possible. Can you do everything? Absolutely not. But you need to, you know, be a little, you know, forward in your thinking. Look at ways to protect yourself and make sure that you're going to not be the victim of these things if you can avoid it, because this is only getting worse, okay? And the criminals are running free, and your data is getting stolen. It's just lawlessness is what we have right now in business and in everything around us right now. It's crazy. So share your thoughts on this stuff so far. Has anybody been a victim of Apria and their idiocy? Okay? Is idiocy a word? Yeah, I think it is. Anyways. You know, again, this goes in the idiot category for politicians. You poor people in Canada, I'm so sorry. Everything you send me, all of the details of how inflation is just killing your family, the real estate market is awful. They have the same type of deal that they have in the UK, where they have to refinance their houses every few years. And because a year ago in January, you had interest rates at 3%. Now they're well over 7%, and these people are starving right now. So your prime minister, that brilliant mind, Justin Trudeau, you know, if grocery store chains do not lower prices, we're going to tax them more. I mean, this was sent to me, and I'm like, oh, that's a joke, right? Let's tax. No, they don't know how to innovate. They don't know how to sign the front of a paycheck. They've taken money from other people their entire lives. But you can't tax somebody to oblivion. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And again, in Canada, I started researching it to go down that rabbit hole. You know, it's not like Canadian stores are making more money than they are here. The margins are so tight when it comes to grocery store chains that let's tax them more. Listen, if you don't lower prices, we're going to tax you more. There's a story below on this. This is insane, guys. It's absolute nuts. It's absolutely nuts right now. Okay? Nouriel Roubini is a economist, and he has a brilliant title. He's known as Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom steps forward and says, listen, we're going to see the stock market drop as much as 10% between now and the end of the year. In fact, I would short the market as much as I could right now, and I would continue. Now, you're going to see areas around the world that are going to have the stock market drop substantially more than 10%. So 10% is a conservative estimate according to Dr. Doom. And again, this isn't Peter Schiff and Robert Kiyosaki saying it's going to collapse, it's going to collapse, it's going to collapse. No, this is somebody that's got a track record, who is a conservative dude when it comes to money, that has just called things, you know, the way they are, okay? And that they've been realistic. You have to look at this and take this seriously right now, because, again, you know, Michael Burry still is on his short play. He has not reversed that yet. So he is shorting the stock market. Again, nothing goes up in a straight line. Nothing goes down in a straight line. Another bankruptcy, we just did that video, you know, from yesterday. Soft Surroundings is a retail chain. I guess it's kind of a plus size place, but they, at their peak, had 80 stores. COVID hits, dwindles down to where they have 44 stores right now. And they are losing money hand over fist because nobody's going out and shopping because they have no money, okay? So, very sad. What you have to understand this is that when a store goes bankrupt, how many people work there? 4, 5, 3, 18. You know, that's where you've got to worry about this. When David's Bridal goes out of business, you know, and you see this, it is horrible because it affects so many people when they lose their jobs. So let me know what you think about this stuff, guys. And do you think the stock market's going to go down? What do you think right now? So share your thoughts on this stuff, guys. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories and wrap them in and circle back to a couple things. And it is anticipated that the MGM Grand is losing $8.4 million a day. That's their estimate. I've been told it's much higher. I've heard it has a 1 and a 5 and then 0.4. But anyways, let's go with $8.4 million a day. Plus the customer service, plus the reputation for 8 days, guys. 8 days this thing has been going on. So, catastrophic. Brandon Johnson, the mayor of Chicago, you know, you have Whole Foods and all these other markets that are leaving Chicago. They just cannot stay there. So what he proposes is a city-owned grocery store. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, it's called a swap mate, okay? So you get a... ridiculous. I mean, you know, this is what we're gonna do. You don't want to be here? We're gonna do this ourselves. Okay, good luck. Good luck running a supermarket in the city of Chicago. Ken Worth is the CEO of Chevron, and man, oh man, is my video from the other day topical, because here you've got a guy that runs Chevron who says gas is going to spike even higher. We haven't seen anything yet, but you're going to see oil hit well above $100 a barrel right now, which, guys, will be directly related to what you pay at the pump, what you cannot afford to pay at the pump. So that's going through the roof, guys, right now, guys, and it's going to be awful, 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 awful. So take a look at that, and also take a look at the other video from gas is going to be $10 a gallon. Final story, Katy Perry. Katy Perry is selling the rights to 5 albums. She's a singer, and I want to talk about this because when you have digital rights, music, movies, scripts, you know, things that you have, pictures, Annie Leibovitz did this too. You sell the rights to it in advance, and she's getting $225 million for 5 albums for the rights to that. And again, take the money and run right now, because who knows what people are going to think of Katy Perry, you know, 5 years from now. Who knows? Who knows? Now, I love telling the story because he was one of the first people to ever do this, but one of the first people to ever get an advance on their royalties was David Bowie, who got $55 million, you know, in the 90s when it was like unheard of. So the hedge fund stepped up, wrote a check, and got the advances, you know, sent to them over him. So that's what Katy Perry's doing. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Please don't forget to subscribe. Take a look at Dr. Gundry's video, guys, because it's a link to a video. It's very cool. And if you want to email me, hello@iAllegedly. There's so much happening right now. It's kind of warm out here today. But onward and upward, guys. I'll see you very soon.